as you all know, playoffs, NBA playoffs, are about a month away. And as you all know, we have never been wrong about anything on this channel before. And to prove it, we are going to revisit our preseason tier list. Preseason, this is from back in like September or something.
Yeah.
I mean, before we get into it, PJ, I mean, brace the people. What, what, what can they expect? Because this is
There's a lot of misses here. I know for sure we could do better later, but we can explain our misses
right. That is what we're going to
because
do.
there's a lot of reasoning why we thought they were misses. And now we
Yes.
have the updated. We could do the updated. You know?
Yes. And like I said, this is from preseason, so all the trades that happened this year at the trade deadline, none of that was taken into account here. So obviously that's not our fault. We couldn't predict what was gonna happen. But when you see where some of these teams are ranked, it's gonna look kind of insane. So without further ado, I'm gonna reveal to the people what this looks like. So we have a few tiers here. We have the ones. These are the teams that we thought would be championship favorites. We have the top 8. These are teams that we kind of saw as contenders. Then we've top 16 teams that could maybe make the playoffs, and then teams that had no faith. So start at the top. Thunder. We hit it out the park.
Yeah, we
We
got that
aced
right.
it. We aced it. We're gonna move them to the front. It was kind of a no brainer, but
Yeah.
I'll still take credit for it. Is there anything you want to say about this team? Because I mean, they are pretty much as good as expected.
The Thunder. Off camera, I was talking a lot of big things. The Thunder has been the best team that I've seen in my life. I'm
Mm.
just kidding. I'm not gonna glaze them that hard,
I
but
was gonna say I don't remember that. I don't remember that take, but
no, but the
that's
Thunder for sure is an amazing team
yes.
because I was telling Jacob the other day that the Thunder beat the Trailblazers without their starters, and it's crazy because the Trailblazers beat the Suns. I think all their games. So knowing that, the Thunder is kind of them. I think they played today without their starters again,
Mm.
besides Chet, but they still got it done against the Sixers.
While you're doing that, do you just
Okay,
want to? Oh, go ahead.
they
Go
were
ahead.
all injured. They were all
Okay.
injured, but still, they still beat the Sixers. It was close in the first half.
I was about to say, speaking of the Sixers, that's a team we're going to
Yeah.
have to move when we get there, but we'll figure that one out later. In the meantime, I do want to move up a team into the ones that
Oh,
100% deserves it.
100%.
Cleveland Cavaliers. Going, I'll put them second. Whatever, you can switch them if you want. It doesn't matter.
They're interchangeable, but I like the Thunder better.
I agree. So shout out to the Cavs, man.
Shout
I
out to the Cavs.
I really my like worst fear. I'm not a Cavs fan. My worst fear is that they shit the bed in the playoffs. It will feel so terrible if they do. 'Cause it's like this is supposed to be their year, kind of. Like this is supposed to be like they're the first seed. They're kind of they've been going on their crazy win streaks. If they fall apart in the playoffs, it's going to be it's going to be disastrous. I don't know if they'll be able to recover from it. It's
I
gonna
think what
suck.
kills them the most is injuries,
That could happen. Yeah.
but I
I'm
I don't
knock on
know.
wood.
My
Um,
ceiling for them right now is obviously it's the finals,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but I feel like they might lose Eastern Conference Finals or East
Mm.
or the second round or something.
I feel like at this point they're they shouldn't settle for anything less than Eastern Conference Finals. I feel like if they lose any time before that, it's a failure. And I know a certain player doesn't like that word, but but I think at this point it would be. Considering they wouldn't play the Celtics, who would be probably their biggest competition until the conference finals. So I believe the Cavs up there. And honestly, I think they should be the only two teams in the ones.
You don't
I
think the Celtics
I
would
think you could
sneak one?
argue the Celtics. I was thinking that, because I do think that they have the team just like isn't playing as good as last year. I don't know if it's just because teams have gotten better, which it could be, but
Hmm.
like I kind of just don't want them to win. I
Yeah,
kind of just don't want them to win. I think we can leave them up there. I kind of just like I said, I just kind of just don't want them to win, but like they definitely could. I just hope they don't.
right,
Right.
right. I agree with you 100%.
I
But
mean,
there is a team in the ones that I do want to get rid of.
we were gonna get
So
to them. I mean, it was just a matter of time. I don't know where we're gonna put them exactly, but I'm gonna just take them out. They'll go down here for now. Timberwolves, you are not
you're not the one.
you're not NBA title favorites at this point. I'm very sorry. Uh, turns out your roster still has some issues after trading Cat. It is what it is. They're gonna have to live with that for a little bit. But
I agree with
anyways,
you.
we'll get back to them. Cause man, this next team, I had this team top four. By the way, this is mostly my version of the tier list. PJ also had one, and I'll shout him out for some of the calls he made as well when we get there. But I had the Mavericks top four, man. I did. I had them top four. I thought that they were going to be a real force in the West. I thought they could have given the Thunder a run for their money in the Western Conference Finals or maybe in the
They
second
were
round.
supposed to.
I thought they could have. I thought they were going to. I would have been like not surprised if they did. And now we're here. Now we're here. Now they're on the verge of forfeiting games to injury, forfeiting games because they don't have enough players. Like they don't have Luka anymore. AD's playing golf, smoking cigars right now. Like
He's in the G League right now, actually, too.
right. Him and Bronny.
They own the G League. They're the face of the G League.
So obviously, Dallas Mavericks, they're now on the verge of the play-in. They're the 10th seed, and the team we love to hate, the Phoenix Suns, are only half a game behind them. And dare I say, they might take it. We might get a Suns play-in game because this Mavs team is absolutely decimated. Completely decimated. I simply have to put that, even though they could still make the play-in, I have to put them in no. Like, I just have to. Like,
You don't want to put them in maybe.
dude, their team, dude, they're about to, dude, they're on the verge of forfeiting games. they're
The
with,
only reason why I'm saying maybe because there's I feel like no is 11, like 11 seed and down.
okay, sure. I mean, they're about to be 11 seed.
They're close. They're close.
they're,
They're
it's
one
half
game
a
off.
game. It's half a game.
Yeah,
It's
it's half a
half a
game off,
game.
but
All right, here, I'll put them back. I'll put them down here for now because we just know they shouldn't be there. We can do that.
right, right.
Okay. All right, New York Knicks, I think, can be here. I'm fine with them being here. Any objections to them being a top 8 team? I think they should be.
So
We can move
in
them
my
around,
head,
but
when I was thinking about the top eight, it's so crazy because I think in the top eight it should be all Western teams.
okay, well, before we get to that, let's put them down here. Let's just free some space up. Let's put this before we go any further. Let's just real quick. What happened? I know we know what happened, but like I know I I know we saw what happened, but like I mean, break it down because I think you had the Sixers higher than I did.
I think I did too, and I believed in the Paul George saying, "Oh, Julius Irving was like, you're gonna be like me when I got to play with Moses Malone," and he was like, "All right, bet I'll play with Embiid. I'll be the next Julius Irving of this era," and it fucking flopped. Like, look at this man. Look at all these players on my. It's just not gonna catch it.
This is bright as hell.
It's just right as hell. Let me see if it
Hold
autos.
up, there you go. I mean, I can see their faces.
Ah, well, it's all the players that are injured that game.
Okay, I mean
In
that's a lot
today's
of
game, like
faces. That's a lot of faces.
one, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10
Wait, you
players.
see the video of the Sixers versus Mavs warm up, and they each team had like 7 players shooting around.
Oh, that's
That
crazy, bro.
I'll try to find it and put it in the video, but that shit
And
was so funny. I was like, man, they're both so fucked.
the Mavericks are definitely way better than
No,
the
I agree.
Sixers.
I agree.
Injured players.
I mean, they're both playing with injured players, so
I mean, like,
it's not that big of a bar, but like, yeah.
no, I mean, like their lineup with their injured out. So it's like
Oh,
that's regardless. I
that's
think the
fair.
Mavericks 100% is better than Sixers.
Yeah, I'll take
Yeah.
that because the Mavericks actually didn't look that bad even when AD was out because Max Christie
Yeah.
is kind of a god.
He's nasty.
All right,
I hope they keep him forever, or maybe forever. Just
yeah.
for a long time.
Let's clear up the top 8. All right, who are the teams you want to nominate for top 8?
Uh,
The Los Angeles Lakers traded for Luka Doncic. The
Mind blowing.
The Golden State Warriors traded for Jimmy Butler. And then we still have Houston, Memphis, and then we put a few East teams and the Nuggets down here as well. So there's some options. Who do you think? Who do you want to put up there first?
Definitely the Nuggets.
Okay, interesting. Because they've had some struggles recently.
And this is not gonna be in any order, by the way.
Okay. Well, we'll figure it out. But just for now, we can just put some teams up there. Interesting that you say the Nuggets. Very interesting because they got smoked by. Well,
They did. They did.
they've had some people out every now and then, but still, team has been losing to the good teams a fairly high amount for a team that should be like, title contender.
Yeah,
So it is interesting. But do you have any other teams in mind? Because I definitely, there should be one for sure.
for sure. For sure. The LeBronless Lakers.
Man, when LeBron comes back, oh fuck.
I
oh,
wonder how the playoffs is gonna work like that.
oh
LeBron and
boy.
Luka is gonna be nasty.
Oh god. The league is so fucked.
Yeah,
They might fuck around and beat the Thunder. They really might. I'll say it. They really might be able to do it. If anyone can do it, it might be them.
there might be
Because
like
their star power is it's quite literally about
it's
as
crazy.
high as possible. It's like the best young player with like arguably the best player ever who is still
Yeah,
playing extremely well for a 41-year-old man.
exactly.
It's literally mind-blowing that that the team is functioning with Jackson Hayes as the center. Completely crazy that they're making it work still. But the rest of the pieces are pretty good though. Not really good, but like pretty good
Oh
at
yeah,
least. Do you have any other teams in mind? I know you said you were thinking all West. Did you
I'm
want to
thinking
keep
all
that?
West
Did you want to keep the
for
trend up?
sure. Let's keep the trend up. Let's bring out another champion. The Warriors,
Stephen Curry.
Jimmy Butler and Draymond.
It's
I think
a
that's another part.
it is I could definitely see this team being doing one of those dark horse runs. I
Yeah,
think it would
they
be
do. They
really
used to be the 12th seed.
dude, they've been insane since the trade. They've been completely insane. Like they're so good.
They're really good.
Everything's changing, which
They're
is,
creeping.
it's kind of like,
They they
like
could sneak in somewhere to like the 4th or the 5th seed.
yeah.
They're right now. They're at 6.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's it's mind-blowing. Like I don't know what else to say. Like they're just this good. Like the trading for Jimmy, not that Andrew Wiggins was bad, but obviously these are different calibers of players. I just want to watch Steph Curry play playoff basketball again.
I know. Me too.
That's why I'm kind of rooting for the Warriors just to see that. And if Jimmy, I mean, I know he's playing well, but if he mega evolves once he hits the playoffs,
You make up a false.
ooh, he gets that new ability, that dog in him. Oh shit,
And you play with playoff Curry? Come on, bro.
that's dude. It
It,
could get nasty. It could get nasty. I'm rooting for them just in terms as like a neutral fan, just as like that would be fun to see. Right? Do you have any other? So you said all West for top 8
all West.
potentially. Who else? Who else are you putting up there?
I'm the two young teams, the Rockets and the Grizzlies,
Really, you're putting them up there over the Knicks? I think I'd take the Knicks before them.
over the Knicks.
I think
Yeah,
I'd put the Knicks over them. Why are you feeling those teams over the Knicks? Because I think the Knicks are better than both of them.
because we don't. For basketball fans, I think yeah, the Knicks is up there because their market is good and they have an awesome team. But it's just knowing the fight in the West is what we're looking at like every day. Like who's gonna be at the end when it comes to playoff time? Who's gonna be second, third, fourth, fifth? So we could see how
Mm,
the playoffs go. I think I don't know. I just feel like those young teams are for sure up there. I mean, if you want to make it the Knicks in the top eight, then we could say the Grizzlies for sure top eight, and
okay.
then
Because I think the Knicks are 100% deserving of top eight. Like I think they're top eight, like just straight up. And then I think I'd be fine putting the Grizzlies up there. Okay, so my case for the Knicks, real quick, I think that Cat is playing the best ball of his
mhm,
life, as we've said on this
right,
multiple times on this channel. I still think Jalen Brunson, he is becoming and is going to continue to cement himself as the biggest, most important Nick of this generation. Jalen Brunson
right,
has been so nasty in the playoffs, pretty much his whole career, and then he took it
yeah,
to like another level after he went to New York.
mm,
But their role players, I still love. I know Mitchell Robinson can't stay on the court, but him and Cat together sounds like such a fire duo, and it has been when he's been able to play next to Cat.
right.
They're scared to play him too much for obvious reasons. But man, if he can get out there, that man will he can do so much. Next, he's like Rudy Gobert. If Rudy Gobert was like better at like throwing down lobs or something, like
Yeah, yeah,
like if he was
and
better at rebounding, like if he like took some of the defense from Rudy and then like put more points into rebounding, especially on offensive rebounding, you can get like Mitchell Robinson, which is like a lot better.
Mitchell Robinson is definitely way better in my opinion. I really liked Mitchell Robinson,
I do too. I
not
think.
just because I'm a Rudy hater.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll go that far to say he's better. I think for his contract value, he's better when he can
I
play.
believe.
When he can play,
Well, yeah, when he can play, when he's on the court, for sure, I
that's
feel
the
like
that's the big
he's better
problem.
because he's not as great as Rudy on
No,
defense,
no, definitely not.
but on offense, he doesn't miss his layups or he doesn't miss his close shots.
He
Like
he's he's one of
he's a
the he's one of the
he's a true
bigs.
center,
Yeah, yeah. So he's one of the bigs where his only shots are like putbacks. They're like, inside cuts. That's like free layups, dunks, like that thing.
right?
Like he'll never do anything else, but he's like pretty good at it. All right, so that's why I have the Knicks up there ahead of the Grizzlies. I think.
Before we end it there with Mitchell Robinson, I wanted to say that I had a crazy thing to say. I was like, I think I DM'd the Warriors page
What?
in 2021. Here
What?
in 2021, and I was like, oh, you should try to. I forgot what I'm pretty sure he was still on the Knicks, but I was like, no, you should try to get Lamelo and then get Mitchell
Oh,
Robinson later,
interesting.
and then you would build your perfect team. I think that would have been the perfect team
Texting the Warriors,
during
that
that
is so funny.
DM. Obviously, they're not gonna read it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
no,
if
I
this
know.
shit blows up, they can find that.
Even if they do read it, it's gonna be like the damn social media person that's just like, whatever. They can't do anything about it. So the Grizzlies, I do like them more than the Rockets. I'm still scared. I don't know. I can't be scared. I guess I don't know. I think I'm allowed to be scared for the Rockets because they have not been in the playoffs, and usually young teams in the playoffs don't do very well. Or not that they don't do very well, but it's very common for them to like not be adjusted to playoff strength, playoff speed, playoff intensity, all that. So for them, if this is like their, adjustment year, that's fine. I wouldn't hold it against them if they lose in the first round or whatever. The Grizzlies have been here. They've done this. They've been like high seeded in this conference before, and I think we
So
see it time and time again that like playoff experience is like actually very real, very important. It's a different game, really. Is mostly what I'm saying. And I think the Grizzlies have been around that game. The Rockets have not. So that's why I would put the
that's true.
Grizzlies. I'd put the Grizzlies above.
That's true. I mean, there's only one player on that Rockets team that I can think of, and that's Fred VanVleet,
Fred VanVleet. That's the
former champ.
former
But
Jets. That is true. He's a former champ. All right, so that's the top 8. I think that's a fair tier break. So let's clear out this top 16.
because it
Pelicans.
looks nasty.
Pelicans, thank you for your service. I had high hopes for you. You probably would have been top 6. Well, I don't say probably. There's a good chance you would have been top 16 if you could have stayed healthy. However,
hmm
everybody got hurt. DeJounte Murray, who was traded for, gone.
Yeah,
Zion missed a decent bit of the season. He's playing now, but it doesn't matter anymore. Trey Murphy,
yeah.
now out for the rest of the season.
Oh, I
Uh,
didn't even know that. Damn.
I mean that just happened, but like still, it was already after the season was already over. So you know, it's just get healthy, come back next year. We'll see what happens
Uh,
then. But just not for now. We'll see you later. We'll see you later.
all I gotta say is I do have high hope for the Pelicans in the future. I
Yeah.
do like the Zion and Yves Missy in the front court.
Mm.
So
Yeah. I agree.
just trade away your vets, dude. Just trade away CJ
Bro, they're
McCollum, and
trying.
then I don't even know what they were doing anymore.
Well, they traded Bi, so he's gone.
Yeah, because he's
My
injury prone.
my beans and potatoes duo was gone, unfortunately. Uh,
Team is he on? The
him and
Raptors?
Zion,
What team is he on now?
the Raptors.
Does he even play?
He's hurt.
Oh,
He's
there you
been hurt.
go.
I think he's still hurt. I could be wrong, but I don't think he's played. All right, so while we're here, let's keep clearing out top 16. I'm gonna go ahead and move Phoenix and Sacramento to maybe. They're not gonna be in
Yeah.
no. They're gonna be in maybe, even though the race in the West is still very difficult. I don't feel comfortable
hmm
putting them in no. But let's move up some teams to top 16, the ones that we deserve it. So I'm gonna take a
Okay.
team from the bottom here because they're
Okay.
not ranked and they should. We have left them out of the top 8, which I agree with. Which is any Bucks fans watching are gonna call me a doomer.
A
However,
doomer.
they're gonna call me a doomer because I don't think this team is a real contender. I think this team's literal is only fighting chance. The only fighting chance is for Damon Giannis to just go nuclear. Even with hindsight, I can't really blame them for making the move because, in theory, it should work quite well, and maybe with a better coach, maybe it does work out a little better. Someone that's able to like actually like figure out how to run better sets for them. Not saying that they are absolved from not being able to figure this out, but I'm not going to sit here and act like Doc Rivers is the guy to figure everything out.
hmm
And I had a random thought because I was thinking about this. It's like, if obviously not happening, obviously these are two different caliber players, even in the
Yeah.
scope of how good Dame is. Like, if that was Steph Curry and Giannis, that shit would have been figured out a while ago. I don't know why I was thinking about. It's like if Steph Curry was there, it's like, man, there's no way they would have had any of these issues, which is just a testament to Steph Curry, honestly, that he could probably work with anybody. Um, and if you wanted to learn more about Steph Curry, check our last video. We watched a Steph Curry reaction. Hit subscribe if you're enjoying, by the way. If you want playoff content, subscribe right there. You know the
Off
drill.
season content.
You don't need to tell
Here too.
you don't need me to tell you twice. Hit the damn like button already. What are you waiting
Beep,
for?
beep.
So we need how many more teams we need here? This is 8. We need 4 more teams in this tier.
Mm.
Is there anyone else is there a team that you're looking at? I think there's one. There's a couple.
Pistons.
Yes.
Pistons for sure.
So this is one team you were definitely a lot higher on than I was. You had
I
them
was
at
high on them last year, and they failed, but they improved. They
They definitely
improved
improved.
much better.
They definitely improved.
Especially without Jaden Ivey on that team, it's crazy how much they
He,
improved. Well, team has been playing good.
They just signed a bunch of shooters, a bunch of people that are able to shoot the ball, and now Cade Cunningham can actually play real basketball, and he
Mhm.
looks great. Malik Beasley is having like the best 3-point shooting year of all time. Like they're doing things. It's sick. I think you in your tier list you had them as a playing team. So
Yeah.
really good call on your part. They definitely look really good. Um, and I underestimated how drastically things would change with good shooting
Yeah.
because desperately needed, and they got it, and now they're here. So
It's definitely health too, because the years before, Kate Cunningham would always be hurt, and this is like his healthiest season,
yeah,
I think.
I'm happy for him, man. He's obviously a good player, great player, and now he has teammates.
Now he has teammates 100%.
All right, so I like the Pistons up there. I want to throw the Clippers in there.
Uh-huh.
I still really like this Clippers team.
I enjoyed the Clippers.
I still really fuck with them. I still think James Harden is so good. He is like in terms of like a real playmaker, offense runner, facilitator, he is one of the absolute best of all time at it. He everywhere he goes, they're able to have really good offense numbers. Just and knock on wood, knock on whatever jinx you need, throw salt over your shoulder, whatever. Healthy Kawhi in the playoffs, they might have something. The team isn't super great, but Kawhi Leonard is a noted playoff riser. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's got a mega evolve of his own.
100%. Yeah.
It's just that when he mega evolves, every bone in his body breaks. So we just need to
He is
avoid
bad.
that. If we can avoid that, we might have something. But I really like that team. It's a fun team. I think it's just a fun team.
Also, also, shout out Norman Powell,
Of course,
San Diego's very own.
that's a goat, man. He's a legend.
Yeah.
So the Minnesota Timberwolves are still down here. Do you want to put them in top 16? We need to put. Well, we don't have to, but we could put two more teams up here in this
Um,
tier if you want. I feel like they're better than some of the teams in maybe, so I feel like they should go up here
I'm
personally.
just double checking in case. So yeah, we're gonna have to put them up there.
I think that they are a tier above these teams down here
100%.
because even though they're not as good as last year, it's not like the team is like bad. It's like I could still see the light at the end of the tunnel for them.
Yeah, I do too.
This team could be like a pretty nasty first round matchups in terms of like intensity and like grit and toughness, defense, whatever. So I think they deserve a spot here.
Yeah.
Is there any other team you want to put in top 16? Because I honestly am not sure who I like the most out of the rest of these teams. Because I feel like the tier should stop here. Honestly. Okay. How about this? Let's put it this way. If there was going to be 16 team playoffs, regardless of conference, who would you rather have in, the Hawks or the Kings?
Is everyone healthy?
Their current state,
Oh,
or what their playoff state would be, because we can't change the state of the team as it is. Otherwise, the Mavericks would be somewhere else.
actually, you said regardless of a conference, it has to be the Kings. But in the way of thinking it out, we already have 8 Western teams,
All
so
right,
we have to put the Hawks up there.
I'm fine with that because I don't really believe in the Kings anyways as a playoff team. Not that there's anything wrong with them. It's just look at the fucking West, man.
I mean, on paper, they're a nasty team. On paper,
They would make the playoffs in the East, but that is not the reality we live in.
not.
Like they're fighting for the play-in right now. Like they're in the play-in, but like they're going through it. And by record, even the Magic should be like down here, honestly.
Yeah, the Magic nasty at being that sleeper team.
Yeah, they they aren't that good, but like in the playoffs, they might be able to surprise some teams.
Uh huh.
I just kind of feel about the Hawks. The Hawks, for some reason, every year they like take a game off of the one seed somehow, or even that one year they went to the conference finals. Somehow, I don't know what it is. Maybe Trey Young is just like a
Trey
goat.
Young is just nasty. It's just
He's pretty
the role
nasty.
players around his team.
Yeah,
It's just like meh, you know. I mean, the
yeah.
only other guy that I like on that team. I mean, there's other guys that I do actually like Dyson Daniels.
Oh, dude,
But
he's insane.
Jalen Johnson is for sure his right hand man.
Yeah.
That is Batman and Robin for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So given that I've seen the Hawks do some pretty outrageous things in the past,
Hmm.
I'm fine
Like
putting
own
them
the
up there.
Knicks, own the
Yeah,
Sixers.
they've done some fun things. Anyways, let's keep putting some teams in no. Let's just put
The
everyone down
Raptors
there.
for sure. No,
Everyone that deserves to be down there. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to put the Spurs down there.
Wemby's out for the season.
Wemby's out.
Sold my parlay.
De'Aaron Fox is also out. There's simply no chance for this team. As unfortunate as to say,
Uh, During
uh,
the draft, they'll definitely get some piece.
Mavericks are also down there. And
You think
then,
they're gonna be at no?
huh?
They're still maybe to me. They're
I
still
mean, sure. They have no players, but they could be at the bottom of maybe. Bulls,
Max Christie. Do your thing.
Bulls are primed for the play-in for the
Mm.
nastiest, mustiest playoff game of all time. Everyone else is in no, and here are our maybes.
You know what would be nasty if the Trailblazers snuck in.
I did see that. I did see it was possible.
It is
I'm
possible
putting
still.
them. I'm putting them above the Mavs.
It's fine.
I'm
I
putting them
like that
above the
better.
Mavs. I did see it was possible, and I did think that would be the funniest outcome if the if the Suns just full imploded despite being surrounded in standings by like teams that are supposed to be in the lottery or completely shredded by injury.
Hmm.
So I am kind of down for them to make it. The odds are low, but not impossible. The Suns, I don't really think we need to harp on it too much. We say it every time, but they don't look good. Despite having KD and Devin Booker, they don't look good. Bradley Beal is not good. It's just it's
Terrible. He's washed.
it's things we say every episode, pretty much. Then the Heat, they don't look that good either. They just went on like their
I
longest.
think they look terrible.
Yeah, they just went on like their longest loss streak ever. Terry Rozier looks like a absolute bum. But the East is so bad that they're like primed for the play. Like it's like almost clinched. Like not mathematically, but like it would take a lot for them to not make it. So it's kind of like I don't really have a choice.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't think the Heat will make it.
Bro, they're 5 games ahead of the
100%.
Raptors, dude. They're 5 games ahead of the Raptors. Five
Yeah,
games. There's like 10 games left.
bro. The Raptors, if they fucking make the play in without wanting to make
Here,
the play in, would be
I'll throw
crazy.
them down there.
No,
Fuck it.
no, you're good. No, you're good. You keep them at no. I mean, the Sixers could, I guess, fucking make it. The Nets can
Hell
make
no.
it.
I don't want them to make it. No, they could. You're moving down there. Jazz, you're going down there. Like I don't want you to make it. I don't want these teams to make it. These are off-season
I don't,
teams.
I don't want them to make it either. But the way how the Heat are playing right now, it's time to blow it up.
No, I mean they already traded Jimmy.
Or I mean, like, try to find a piece in the off season that
Yeah,
fits.
yeah.
That
It's off-season goals at this time for them. Yeah, but like, what am I gonna do? Move them below Phoenix?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say move them below
Okay.
Phoenix.
Hey, if you say so.
I
That's
mean, if
you.
you want to make it in actual order,
I'm just saying.
you got to put them below every team
No, not every team.
besides the Mavs.
Not every team. Not every team. I'll put them below the Bulls for sure. We'll move the Bulls up. We could do that.
Nah, you got to put them back under the Suns, bro.
The Bulls?
Oh no, the Heat.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I was about to say like I would definitely take the Suns over the Heat. No matter how bad the Suns look, I would still bet on KD and Booker doing something over whatever the fuck's going on in Miami. Khalil Ware's their fucking best piece right now, bro. That's my guy. That was my guy in
Credit
the
to them.
draft. That was my guy in the draft. I'm so happy that he's like their bright spot because now like I feel vindicated.
Yeah.
Feels good. If you're here for actual analysis, you came to the wrong channel. Uh, we're here for vibes, baby. That's what we're all about. Go check our fucking reaction videos. We're all vibes on here.
Right.
I think that's gonna do it. Unless you have anything else to say, I'm gonna put the tier list back on screen for the people. So this is
All
what
I gotta say is in the finals, I hope for damn. It's
what the
top
fuck.
three teams I want in the finals actually ch- change my mind.
my
I'm a
my I was gonna say my dream is Knicks against one of the Lakers, Warriors, or Grizzlies.
oh, okay.
One of those three. Probably less the Grizzlies, more so the other two. I would
I
take the
want the
Nuggets
Knicks to
too.
go
I
in
would take the Nuggets
see.
as well, but I definitely would. I'm gonna be rooting for the Knicks in the East, unless they're playing the Bucks. But
Mm-hmm.
if Giannis puts up 50 every game and the Bucks lose in 7, I can just blame everybody else on the Bucks and still call Giannis the GOAT. So I would live with that. But otherwise, as a neutral fan, give me the Knicks in the East. Knicks versus anybody. I just want to see the Knicks.
I like that.
That's
I
mine.
think for me, I'm gonna just say top three teams that I do want to see in the finals. I'm gonna say three teams for the West, three teams for the East.
Oh damn. Okay.
I wanted to say four because I wanted to include
Bro,
the
that's a
Nuggets
lot,
in there.
man.
So
That's a
three
lot.
teams that are for sure gonna be in the finals. One of these
What?
teams, one
that
of the teams
that's
out
too
of the
many.
three. Oh, one
That's,
of these teams out of the three is gonna
what?
make the finals for
That's so
sure.
many.
Because I can't pinpoint one team. It's
Just
hard.
pick the team you want to win. That's what I did. I just picked the team I hope wins. I don't know if they will, but I hope they do.
Here, I'll just say it, and then I'm gonna say who I want to win.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, three teams that I want to see in the finals is OKC, Lakers, and Warriors for sure.
Okay, yeah. I'm
And
with you
then
with
the East,
Lakers
it's
Warriors.
in the East. It's already said it. I mean, the two ones, and then the Knicks for sure in
Yeah.
the finals.
Yeah.
But the team I want to see win is the Lakers.
Okay, yeah. That would be insane.
Just to see LeBron win another one with Luka
Dude,
would be crazy.
has an MVP caliber player ever gotten traded and won the finals in the same year? That would be so crazy, dude.
I think
That's like the biggest middle finger possible. No,
is it Shaq in Miami, or did
is that
Tim
mid
Duncan win it
season?
the year before?
I don't know if that was mid
Oh,
season.
mid-season? No, it's not
That's
mid-season.
mostly what I was. That's what I was asking. If somebody that good got traded mid season and then immediately won a championship, that would be so fire.
That would be hard.
Anyways, revised tier list is done. We
Hmm.
have fixed our preseason rankings, some of which are fault, some of which not. Could not
Hmm.
have predicted that the Mavericks would do what they did. Completely, completely tier list shattering. That's going to do it for this one. Like I said, subscribe if you want some playoff content. We will be doing that. We'll coordinate some stuff. Uh, PG, you have any last words? Anything else you want to say?
I mean, after the playoffs, we got off-season content coming soon too. Started
Mhm.
looking into these young prospects. So yeah,
Here come the
favorite player out
Spurs.
of the draft, VJ Edgecombe for sure.
Okay, early draft sleeper, early draft flag plant from PJ.
Yeah.
That is going to do it. Thank you for tuning in. It's the Super Soul Podcast. I'm Jacob. This is PJ, as I've said. We will see you soon. See you later. Peace out. And
Peace.
shout out Kai Soto once again. I hope you're doing all right, buddy.